6 years. That is how long you have been about to start. You told yourself again tonight. In the car, engine off. 4 minutes sitting there. The lot almost empty.
Next year, when things settle down, when you have the time, you have said it so many times it stopped sounding like a lie. There is a line you are standing at. It has a name, the someday line.
And you are not standing there because you are lazy.
You are standing there because you ran the numbers, and the numbers said it was already too late.
The numbers are wrong, just not where you think. Watch how that math runs. You have never said it out loud, but you run it every day. You think about changing something, and almost instantly, a number appears.
The distance. You are here, and the version of you that should have existed is way over there.
And you calculate how long it would take to close that gap.
To make up for the years, the wait, the money never saved, the book never written, the body gone soft. The number comes back too big. So you close the window, not because it hurts, because you are tired. Standing in front of a gap that size, waiting one more day is the only reasonable thing to do.
Then tomorrow you do the exact same thing.
You did not quit because you believed you would lose. You quit because you believed you had already lost.
You stopped standing at a starting line.
You decided you were standing at the finish line of a race that was already over, and you came in last.
There was never a year you gave up. There were 6 years you postponed. Here is where the math breaks. It measures the wrong thing. It measures where you are standing, but where you are standing decides nothing. What decides everything is the slope, whether today you tip up a little or down a little. Take a number, 1%. If you get 1% better every day, after a year, you are not 1 year better. You are 37 times better. If you get 1% worse every day, after a year, you are down to almost nothing. Not a little less, almost zero. Same man, same 365 days. The only difference is a plus sign or a minus sign, repeated long enough.
1% is too small to feel in a single day. That is exactly why it does not scare the part of you that keeps quitting, and it is exactly why it works.
So, the question was never, where am I? The question you wake up to has only one word behind it. Today, do I tip up or down? That is the only question you get to answer. You cannot change your position. You can change your slope. Today.
There is a place where an entire people had to answer that exact question. Japan, 1945. The cities burned to ash.
The factories flattened. Not one man telling himself it was too late, a whole country, with every reason to believe it. In that rubble, there was a company that made cars. Their cars were called cheap, junk. Nobody took them seriously. They had no single big move to turn it around.
No miracle, no reset. They had one thing, one word.
Kaizen. Its meaning is almost boring. Change for better. Not change into greatness. Change for better. A man at a machine adjusts one small motion, then one more. Every day. Not one of them was trying to save the whole company in a single morning. They just made today a little better than yesterday and never stopped.
The company they laughed at was Toyota. A few decades later, it was the largest car maker on Earth.
Not because they started in a good position. They started in ash. Because for decades, their slope tipped up even if only by a little. A country in ashes does not stand there asking, is it too late? It does not get to ask that question. It only gets to ask one. Can today be a little better than yesterday?
That is the only question you get to ask, too. You just thought you were being asked the other one.
Now, about the times you tried. Because you did try, more than once. Some January, you went big. Bought the membership. Drew up the plan up at 5. A whole new regimen. A whole new man. It lasted a few days. Maybe a few weeks.
Then February came, and all of it collapsed. And you filed it where you file everything like it. More evidence that you have no willpower. But it was not willpower. The part of you that kills every big move is not your enemy. It is the machinery that kept your ancestors alive.
A large, sudden change, it reads that as danger, as threat, as the kind of thing that used to actually get you killed, back when the world still killed men for things like that.
So it shuts it down. It always shuts it down. It was built to shut it down. 1% it does not see. Too small to trip the wire.
You do not beat that machinery by gritting your teeth harder. You go around it by going small.
So every restart you abandoned does not prove you are weak.
It proves you used a method that was always going to fail. You are not broken. The plan was broken, and nobody told you that. So for years you assumed the problem was you. The rule runs against everything you were ever sold.
The thing you set out to do has to be so small that failing at it would be embarrassing.
So small you feel a little ashamed doing only that much. One push-up, one page. Walk to the end of the street and come back. That small is not about making it easy.
That small is so the part of you that quits never wakes up in time to stop it.
Miyamoto Musashi, the greatest swordsman who ever lived, wrote exactly one line about getting better.
He did not write, "Become great."
He wrote, "Today is victory over yourself of yesterday." Read it again. Not victory over your whole wasted life. Just yesterday, the finest blade in history set his bar at a single day.
And you have been setting yours at an entire lifetime, then calling yourself a failure for not clearing it.
You did not lose the race. You ran the wrong race. Nobody races the last 20 years and wins. The only race you get is yesterday, and yesterday you can beat.
It is not your fault that nobody taught you this.
It is not your fault they sold you the big move, the turnaround, the brand new man, while the thing that actually works is so plain that nobody can sell it. But that slope, only you can tip. No book tips it for you. And it only tips today.
If you keep one line from tonight, keep this one. So small it cannot fail. Done today, done again tomorrow.
Back to the car, the lot, those 4 minutes.
The someday line that mark out there where things finally settle down, you are never going to reach it.
Not because you are too slow, because it is not real. Things never settled, and they will not.
No, next year arrives and starts the thing for you.
There is only today, and 1%. So small it should not even be worth mentioning.
So small the part of you that quits will not even bother waking up to stop it.
6 years you stood at that line, waiting for the right time. There is no right time. There is only today, and you are holding it right now. Start the car.